see me. Steph's here, T. Marie's here, Lady Penelope 30's here. Here, Kitty Kitty's here. Hi, guys. Excuse my bad hair. I don't care. Hi, Love's looking good. Oh, thanks, darling. I've got hair coming out all over the place. Hi, here, Kitty Kitty. Hi, Ava. Hi, Amber. Hi, Johnny Be Good. Hi, guys. What's happening? I didn't go live last night because I had the worst headache from too many drinks. I just can't drink anymore. How you doing, Loz? Good. I'm over my hangover from yesterday. It wasn't even a proper hangover. It was just like this pounding headache. And I was just like, oh, go away. And I had to sleep. I laid down and slept most of the day. I slept for about 3 hours in the middle of the day. Like, I don't never do that. Missed your lives? Oh, darling. Well, I wasn't live yesterday afternoon. Hi, Miss Mitchell. Hi, Nat. Hi, Brianne. I'm great. Hi, Breeby. What's happening, guys? Got any questions for me? Is anyone still watching that Gabby Petito case? It's making me very angry. I think those parents let him go on the run like ages ago, and they're only just reporting that he hasn't been there this whole time. I think that guy has not been in Florida for weeks. And the parents have been protecting him this whole time. Some girl I watched had a really good theory about the fact that when he hitchhiked with that other girl, he realised, oh shit, I can't just leave the van there because someone's going to find the van, then find her body near the van. So I better go back and get the van. So he hitchhiked and then realised, oh, this is a really dumb idea, me just leaving her. So I better go get the van, take the van. Right? Girl came forward and said they picked him up hitchhiking, yes. And then he freaked out halfway through the journey and said, stop, let me out. You're taking me to the wrong place. He was trying to get to Jackson, Florida. That's why he offered them $200. And they were just going down the road to Jackson Hole. And he was like, oh, fuck. Because he was obviously trying to catch a plane to get out of there. And when he realised he couldn't get out of there, he was like, oh, shit, I better go back, get the van and drive it back. He's so fucking dodgy. And then someone's looked at recently her Instagram posts since that altercation with the police, and they all look like they're written by him. And he's self-promoting himself through every post. The whole thing's very dodgy. He's got some serious narcissistic Virgo male controlling vibes. I'd love to do a video about her self-concept in that police video and about the fact that she's being abused by him, and it's very obvious. But I don't know if I want to jump on the bandwagon because I feel like that's like ambulance chasing, and I'm talking about something that's like I'm trying to get video views or something about something newsworthy. But it's a very interesting case of very poor self-concept and being manipulated by a narcissist, and you can see how she's been suffering from abuse by him and how he's fully controlling her, and his cool, calm and collected demeanour in it is so textbook abuser, and the police just did not pick it up. They were that thick. He's a narcissist and she was suffering from reactive abuse. I'd love to do a video on it. Do you think I should? But I don't, because I'd love to talk about her self-concept within that video and why I think it's the way it is, but I don't know. I made a video about this and her behaviour. My TikTok is about narcissists. Oh, did you, Brianne? I'll go and look at it. Should I? But I feel like I'm kind of jumping on a bandwagon because I think it's awful when you're talking about true crime that's still going on. It's like ambulance chasing. But I guess when you're talking about something that's currently going on, it's not as bad ambulance chasing as something that's already happened. It's like digging into old stories. I think is even worse, true crime-wise, where this is kind of like we want the answers. We want her back. We want the family to know answers. Do one? Or should I? I don't know. I'm questioning myself about it because I don't want people going, oh, you're saying it was her fault. Her self-concept was bad. I'm not saying that. I'm saying observe her self-concept within this video and you will see how she was definitely being abused, how he was in control of her, how she had got to the end of her tether and lashed out, and now people are talking about her mental state, but he was causing that mental state of hers with his abuse. And her thoughts on him, she put him on such a pedestal that she was doing everything to apologise because she didn't want to lose him because her self-concept was very poor. But then again, I don't really want to say that because a lot of people are like, you're saying she got abused, like she caused her own abuse. It's like, no, not what I'm saying, but you need to observe what she's doing in that video. And she's clearly got abandonment issues. And if you look at her family, Her parents split up very, very young, and she was brought up by her stepdad, and I wonder if she's got some severe abandonment issues. So when he threatened to leave her on the side of the road, that's why she reacted that way, which is completely understandable if you've got some severe abandonment issues. Anyway, I'm wondering whether I should do a video or not. I feel like people outside the law of assumption realm will take the video the wrong way. Yeah, they would. Yeah. The only people who realised it was reactive abuse are people who've experienced it. Well, I haven't, but I realised it. We'd understand, but I don't know about others. Yeah. It's just, it's very sad that the police didn't observe what that altercation was and didn't remove her completely from the situation. They were blaming her and said, we won't press charges on you. And it's like, press charges on her? Dude, are you thick? He's abusing her. That is the case. I'm in the UK. Oh, what? You have to believe your thoughts 100%, right? Sometimes I have big, sad, doubtful emotions. No, who said you have to believe your thoughts 100%? Who's the idiot that you've been listening to? You don't have any control on believing it, darling. Stop watching whoever you've been watching. You have no control over whether you believed it, so stop trying. I don't know who you've been listening to. I love you so much, Loz. You have no idea how much I love you. Oh, Nancy. Loz, I had a dream about my SP. I think I impressed my subconscious. Oh, lovely. It's been impressed. Wonderful. Drowning under fear and creating some scenarios in my head. What's happening, Celia? Hang on. Which case we talk about? I was talking about Gabby Petito, the girl who's gone missing and still hasn't been found. The parents wanted a goodbye and then said, run, yeah. I think the parents were the ones who said to him, just lawyer up, don't say anything. It was all they're doing. I've got a lot to answer to. Okay, hang on. I'm scrolling down. I've missed all the questions I was banging on. I am affirming that the truth comes out voluntarily, yeah. That someone couldn't keep stum and says something like the sister, or that their guilty conscience gets the better of them and someone says something. You responded to my comment last night right before you go off. You answered well, even hungover. Oh, really? Did I? I'm having a hard time controlling my thoughts today. I'm doing affirmations, but it feels like okay, is that what you were saying, Selena? Drowning under fear and creating scenarios in my head. Darling, if you're drowning under fear and creating scenarios, I really want you to take a moment. Just stop thinking about your SP or anything for the moment if you can, and just focus on you and your anxiety levels. Go and do a Ho'oponopono prayer, lie there and do that, or do a guided meditation about being calm and less anxious, okay? Go and walk in nature and do affirmations just about yourself, okay? I am calm. I'm in full control of my emotions. I have fear, but it doesn't overtake me. I don't need to feel these feelings I feel if I don't want to. They're not in control of me. I'm in control of my mind, okay? Start saying those kind of things and just take your mind off whatever it is you're thinking of. Now, if you're thinking of scenarios and they're terrible, then start thinking the opposite scenario if that helps you. No, it's this. Write it down. No, in your journal. It's this scenario, okay? Thoughts on the new moon. Are you trying to make me angry? You have to believe your thoughts. No. What is the case? Yeah. Please do, because I was in the same situation before. I'd like to hear it from a self-concept standpoint. Look, there's so many people that get so triggered when I talk about abuse on here or narcissists, because they think I'm saying it's your fault, and they're not understanding that what I'm trying to say is this is how you don't get yourself in these situations with these people. This is how you got yourself in the situation in the first place, and how to get yourself out, and how to recognize what you weren't seeing. But they don't like it because it feels like blame. And if I say that about her, I'd have to be very careful that I'm not in any way talking about blaming her. I just want to point out that it's very obvious that she's been abused in this scenario. And then if you look at her personality and the way she is and how soft and innocent she is, it's like everything that he was doing and saying to her, he was molding her. And I think she's so innocent and malleable that he was influencing everything she was doing, including the road trip. Like it all being about the earth and no plastic and barefoot fucking hiking and all this bullshit he's about. And she was trying to be all hippie like him, even though she probably doesn't give a shit about it. Like, he goes barefoot hiking, she's got shoes on. And then once the altercation happened, she's apparently going barefoot hiking. Is she? Is she now? Or is that you just wrote that post? Because he wanted her to be a certain way. She wasn't following suit. You know those people who think they're like earthy and better than everyone because they don't drink out of plastic and, oh, you should be like me, and if you're not like me, there's something wrong with you? I think he was doing that to her. Making her feel bad about herself. Wanting internet fame, wanting to have a blog, and typical narcissistic shit, thinking you're better than everyone. It's a very tricky situation. Yeah, I don't know whether or not to comment on it or not. People are pissed about these creators coming on, giving their 2 cents in cases because it's an ongoing case. Yeah, look, and I agree. There are some people who are really ambulance chasing, can see their content is... I'm jumping on this bandwagon. There are other people who have theories that I think are very good and interesting, and I think are solving the case quicker than the fucking FBI is. I think TikTok's solving it very... Like, there's a lot of theories on here that seem very legit. I think the Brains Trust will work it out before they do, unless they're really onto it. But I've been privy to a case in Australia here where the police did not work it out. Not work it out until 15 years later. And my mum was a witness, and we had to then go 15 years later to the courthouse for my mum to be recalling what she saw 15 years ago. Things that the police had not worked out. Loz told me every time he drives by a hotel we visited once, he thinks the memory there. Oh, really, Emily? And also told me how much he enjoyed being at my family holiday dinners and thanked me for including him. When we broke up, he said he wasn't comfortable at family holidays. He's changing. Oh, love the family holidays and thinking of all the hotels. Oh, Emily. Oh, he's really reminiscing about you, darling. It's really sad. He's trapped. Just think any day now. He'll untrap himself. He's a grown-ass man. He'll do it. I'm manifesting hummus and bickies. Oh, are you? Yeah, now the boyfriend's missing out. Been watching you since the beginning. Oh, have you, Lolly Melina? Oh, how nice. Melina. How do I convince myself conscious of something? I can affirm something, but my heart is on a different page. Guys, that will happen. Don't worry about it. Don't try and convince yourself. Just keep... Well, you can try, but it's like... You've just got to keep doing the affirmations or having the new thought or having the new mental diet or thinking of the new story. You have no control over whether it's been convinced. You really don't. You really, really don't. What do I do when I think my SP's ghosted me? Well, stop thinking that, Dorian. Guys, if you're thinking they have. Your assumptions become fact. Stop thinking they've ghosted you. Think the complete opposite. Oh, he's just taking a personal day, to deal out with his shit, or he's busy at the moment, or he's thinking of something wonderful to say, or he fell down a well. Seriously. I feel really good living in the end with current SP, now suddenly being sad about old SP. Don't worry about it, Hallie. I thought my date went well, but then he unmatched me on Tinder. Should I just ignore it? Oh, did he just? What a fuckwit. Darling, don't worry about it. Don't read into that. Why are you even looking at it? Don't even look at it. That was your fears manifest. That he didn't like you, or it wasn't a good date, or it felt good, but I'm just checking. Why did you even look? Why were you even back on Tinder looking? Ask yourself that, and then within that will be the fear of why you looked. Maybe. So much movement. Thank you, Loz. Oh, Helen Rigby, really? What's happened? Tell us. Loz, I'm affirming that my husband and son have a great relationship. Keep affirming until I see it. Yes, darling, absolutely. Their relationship is perfect. They get along so well. They spend so much time together. My husband is so supportive of my son. He gives him so much love. All those things. I'm kind of at that point where I don't care about him that much anymore. It happens, guys. It happens. Don't worry about it. Loz, genuine question. Isn't the idea of king, queen energy a limiting belief in a way? What do you mean, that if I don't act this way, then he won't like it? No, I think it's more coming from a place of I don't need to do anything to make anything happen in terms of queen energy. I think it's very high self-concept thinking. It's like I don't need to act, I don't need to do, I don't need to pursue, I don't need to chase, I don't need to coddle, I don't need to mother you because I am enough as I am, just me. That's the way I look at queen energy. King energy is I can pursue you and I can do and I can take action and I'm confident and I can because I'm so confident in myself, and I can also be admired and take that admiration because my self-concept's so high. I think it's that. However, if you're doing it from a place of fear, like I can't text them because, oh, that means I'm not in queen energy now, then no. Then that is a limiting belief. Like if you use it as a limiting belief in your mind that if I'm not in queen energy, if I over pursue, if I over text, then I'm doing something wrong, then yeah, that will limit you. But I'm talking about it in terms of like stepping into a state where you don't feel you have to act. Stepping into a state where you're happily receiving. Stepping into a state where you're confident. I'm more thinking of it that way. That makes sense? Yeah, exactly. We need to hear this from self-concept. A lot of people in this situation, but people don't take it very well. Maybe do one, what type of men women can attract with poor self-concept, abuse past. Well, I keep talking about that and people get fucking triggered. Oh, you're telling me I attracted my abuse? Blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not saying that. Listen to the video again. One girl gets so fucking triggered, she gets on here, this girl should be banned from TikTok. I'm like, why are you so fucking triggered, dude? Clearly you're abused. Deal with it. I don't know why you're so triggered by me. Maybe go and be triggered by the person who abused you. It's got nothing to fucking do with me, dude. What about the other 2 girls that were murdered? Are they trying to link him to it? They're saying it's not linked, but it is very weird coincidence. I understand when you're older, any attracted bad people based on self-concept, but how does a 4-year-old know? No children attract abuse. Guys, I say this so many times. You don't start forming your self-conscious belief till you're 7. After that, still, till probably till you get 8, like teenage years, you're being influenced by everyone around you that's an adult. But the first 7 years are vital. And if you grew up in an abusive household, you suffered from abuse, you watched abuse, you watch people being mistreated, you're abandoned, you're made to feel not good enough, it affects you, okay? So if somebody comes along who's going to abuse you as a child and you're over the age of 7 and you don't feel you can speak up, you don't feel enough, you crave attention because you're abandoned by your parents, then an abuser can easily sneak in and abuse you because of what has already been formed in your self-concept as a child, you understand? So a little child who doesn't feel she can speak up, there'd be a reason for that. A child who doesn't feel like they get enough love from their family members and then an abuser comes along and loves them, the abuser sneaks in easily because of what has already been formed in childhood, you understand? But no children attract abuse, absolutely not. They're not manifesting the abuse at all. Loz, I affirm my engagement ring will be a ruby. Today the barista had a ruby ring. Oh, lovely. A ruby. Wow, that's an expensive engagement ring. I was watching an amazing, what's that show where they do all the Antiques Roadshow and they had these 4 ruby, like earrings, ring, da-da-da. My mum and I were watching it and were saying, which is the most expensive one? One of these rubies here is $4 million. And it was this old-fashioned looking ring and no one picked it. And I was saying to my mum, it's that one. And it was $4 million. My old story with my family has been harder to get over than SPs. Well, then, that's the key. Keep affirming against that, darling. Keep working on that new story of your family and you. It's all you, guys. Hey, Loz, I got my SP back. Oh, dead toilet Elvis, did you? Dead toilet Elvis. Your username's hilarious. What happened, darling? What did you do? Tell us. That's amazing. Tell us what you were doing. That makes me sick is the people pretending to do psychic readings on the case. Oh, are they? Yeah. There's one girl with a haunted doll who was doing psychic reading. She was asking the doll and I was saying, what the? And I had to go back in the videos, figure out who was talking. And it was this doll. And I was like, huh? Do narcissists have a good self-concept? No, darling. Narcissists hate themselves. Their self-concept's fake. They've got an appalling self-concept. That's why they suck everyone else dry. They look like they do, but it's all fake. It's all facade. What is the case about the narc? About that girl that went missing. Loz, I had a fight with one of my friends, and I never imagined us fighting before. What should I do? Guys, you don't have to imagine the fighting to have a fight. You don't have to imagine abuse to be abused. You don't have to imagine them leaving you for them to leave. A lot of you get confused about this and think, I needed to have imagined the exact thing that happened for it to happen. No. I needed to imagine them cheating for them to cheat. No. If you have abandonment issues, darling, or you feel not good enough. You might get in a fight with your friend and they'll leave your friendship. They'll cut you off. They'll cut you dry. If you have a feeling that you're not enough and they'll fight with you and put you down, it's because you're feeling of not enough. Okay? If you put them on a pedestal above you and they put you down in a fight, that would be why. But it's not that you had to imagine having the fight. Understand? I want you to start saying, we are BFFs again. Everything is forgiven and forgotten. They love me. They know I'm their best friend because I'm so special. I'm so wonderful. I'm so amazing. I'm the best friend anyone could have. I'm compassionate. I'm loving. I'm kind. All the things that you want them to think about you. And that's building up your self-concept, okay? He emails me every day, sometimes twice in one day. Well, Emily, what were you worried about before? Look, he's emailing you twice in one day. And here you were when we had the calls. You weren't even in contact. Please give that all amazing fucking meaning, darling. I'm so thrilled. Twice in one day. Jesus. Can we manifest physical attributes or is it harder? No, darling. You can start saying I've got voluminous wavy hair and your hair will go wavy. I've got glowing skin. I found both those things. Only reason why my hair is like it is today is because I've slept on it for 2 days. Tossing between your live and Dan's announcement. What's Dan's announcement? Who's Dan? Facts. What are we saying facts? Oh, you're talking about fucking COVID? I don't talk about that shit. Thanks for becoming the voice in my head, Derek. Oh, you're calling me Derek? I wrote try me on my hand. It keeps me in the desired state. Try me? What is in like, try me, motherfucker. It's 3D. Could just try me. Do you mean? I love that. Just keep telling yourself 3D doesn't matter. Yes, guys. The last couple of lives I've joined, I've seen people with SP's name and it's so unique. Really? Give that good meaning, John. Manifested my boss to not talk to me about something. Got bad neighbours to go. SP has no choice. Oh, so you got the bad neighbours to disappear. The boss to stop talking about a thing. So SP's next. Yes, darling. Yep, I thought he ghosted me and I switched immediately and he texted me 39 minutes later. Exactly, guys. 30 minutes later, exactly. He fell down a well. Yes, guys. Not sure if you heard, but Gabby's boyfriend, yes, I know. No, not missing. Hiding, as the parents said. Her parents. He's not missing. He's hiding. There's a fucking big difference. Let's not talk about him as missing. It sounds like, oh, poor him, he's gone missing. Fuck him. Fucking hiding. He's a coward. Do we manifest in snaps like he unblocked me, or do we live in the end married? Do we manifest, in steps like he unblocked me, or live in the end? Look, I would rather you lived in the end, but if you want to manifest in steps, go ahead. He texted, I texted back. He never texted back to me, so I unblocked him again. What's this? Well, good. Why'd you block him again? He never texted back to me, so I blocked him. Oh, fuck, guys. Give it time. I mean, he could have been about to fucking text you and you blocked him because you acted like a psycho bitch because you got reactive. Guys, you've got to just quell your reactions. Why are you quick to the block? Why are you guys so quick to block people? Oh, fuck, you didn't text me back in one day. Blocked. Because I'm so triggered by what you just did, which has nothing to do with you. It's all about my childhood shit that I'm not getting a handle on, so I'm blocking you and acting like a psycho. Go back and unblock him before he finally fucking texted you. But because you were so triggered in your mind, you went quick to the block. Guys, please stop blocking them. You've got to understand every time you do that, it's about you and not about them. You've got to work on your self-concept, darling, because it's in the loo. Now what? Now what? Here, kitty, kitty, what are you talking about? He's coming back. He has zero choice because I get everything else I want. Yes, darling. Not checking the 3D is hard because as humans, we're habitual. Well, then look at it and go, well, I'm changing you if you can't not look at it. Please explain living from the end. Living from the end is imagining yourself in a scene or imagining or saying affirmations as if they're true, as if it's already happened. So what you want has already happened. Seeing you lying on the couch watching Netflix with your husband and looking down at your rings. That would be from the end. From your eyeballs, looking at the TV, looking at him, looking at your hand. That's your from the end. You're living in that end. You're sitting in the hospital bed with your baby and he comes in with his family and you hand him the baby. And you'll pass the baby around, you're looking because you want a baby with him. That would be a scene that would imply your wish is fulfilled. You're in no contact now and in your brain you're having a baby. Is it okay to take a break from talking to my mum while I create the new version of her in my mind? Well, go ahead, Nancy, if you really want to. But, I mean, guys, if you have to take a break from people, you have to ask yourself why. Why am I so triggered by them? Am I going to react? Well, try and quell your reactions. But, Nancy, if that helps you, do it. Oh, thanks, Kathleen77 for the hearts. I haven't heard from SP in almost 2 months. Before I'd be looking to find any way to contact him. Okay, well, don't freak out, darling. It's only 2 months. Thanks, guys. Oh! I found a gorgeous pic of SP on Facebook. I snapshot it and I'm doing your whispering voice. Yes, do that, guys. I get everything I want every single time. No exceptions. Oh, Nikki Louise. You know every single one of my videos. It's so funny. Do we manifest? I saw that one. I affirm my engagement with Ruby. Yes, I love that. Loz, I'm affirming my cases get dismissed, but my 3D is fighting me. Your cases get dismissed? Well, don't worry if the 3D is fighting you, darling. Just imagine the end. What would the end look like? Having a party, celebrating, ringing a friend, and she congratulates you. Oh, my God, thank God they were all dropped. Da-da-da-da-da. Just keep imagining that and don't worry about what's happening in 3D. You know how it ends, okay? I'm afraid to get in a relationship with new SP in case old SP comes back so I don't break new one's heart. Doesn't matter, guys. I know it sounds selfish, but you'll end up deciding who it is you want and you might end up wanting the new SP. It happens. Okay? Don't worry about it too much. God, I came on a bit too late, didn't I? Only 159 people here. Sorry, I'm new here. What's the whisper technique? Imagining they're there with you or imagining you're whispering in their ear and they don't even know you're there, or they're lying in bed with you and you're whispering in their ear, you love me so much. You can't stop thinking about me. Whatever it is you want them to say or think. Does conflicting LOA information ever take the wind out of your sails? Well, don't listen to it, darling. Just don't listen to it. If it's conflicting, don't listen to it, guys. It'll confuse the shit out of you. SP passed by my house last week. Of course they miss me. Yes, they're stalking you, darling, doing the drive-by. Give a good meaning. Reading Psycho-Cybernetics. Love it. Good. It's a great book. It's a great book. Fiancé got stressed, postponed our wedding, and shut down on me. Help. Oh, darling, what fearful thoughts have you been having that's caused that? Have you been thinking he's too stressed, work stressing him out, the COVID situation stressing him out, he's worried about the wedding not going ahead, he's worried about this, I'm worried about this, I'm worried he's pulling away, I'm worried that what worries and fears have you been having that will make you understand why this is happening, and you've got to seriously affirm against that shit. Write every fear down that you've been having and then write an affirmation that's complete opposite. I'm worried that he's distancing. No. He's just got a lot of work going on stuff going on at work. His work is a priority. No, I'm always his main priority. Whatever your fears are that are going on in your mind, that's what's causing the situation. So I want you to undo all of it with affirmations after you've written all the fears down. And then see your wedding day, affirm it's going ahead, nothing is going to change that, and see your wedding in your mind and stop worrying about it. Stop reading into what he's doing, stop looking at what he's doing and giving it bad meaning. Give it good meaning. He cares so much about this wedding. He wants it to be perfect. That's why he postponed it. It's nothing bad. It's because he wants the perfect wedding. I keep thinking about a topic and the next day I'll get synchronicities about it. Oh, darling, you're doing that. Wanting is different than manifesting. Wanting means lack. Manifesting comes from knowing it is done. Yes, darling. To selves, that's right. I keep going back to my ex even though I know he's not good for me and not the one. How can I move on? Darling, if you think he's not good for you and not the one, that's your thinking. They could be perfect for you if you change that shitty thinking you've got about them. But if you keep going back to an ex who's bad for you, you're doing that. Do you realise that you think they're bad for you, so therefore they are? You've got some fucking shitty thoughts about them. See the new version of them in your mind. They'll change. But you've got to also assess, why in the living shit would a person go back to someone who's not good for them and stay there? That's about your shitty self-concept. It appears to be right in the bottom of the toilet at the moment. Are you working on your self-concept, or are you just allowing yourself to take whatever crumbs someone gives you because you feel like a piece of shit inside? Guys, if you're going back to someone and they're treating you badly, it's all about you. It's got nothing to do with them. Oh, they're not good for me. No. Nothing to do with them. It's about you being treated like shit by people and allowing it and going, well, this is my lot. I take breadcrumbs and being treated badly is just what happens to me because I don't feel I'm good enough. Got it? You're as lost as hell. You need to go to the Facebook group and watch number 25, stat. Then you need to watch number 41 and change the shitty story you're holding about your SP. Because guess what, darling? You'll leave him, go and find a better guy who's good for you, and your shitty self-concept that is currently in the loo will turn that good guy into a guy who isn't good for you either. You're clearly only just joining our lives for the first time because you're not understanding you're causing the whole fucking thing. And I mean this with love. Please go to the Facebook group. You're lost as hell. Loz is exactly right about self-concept. They are you pushed out. If you work on you, everyone conforms. Exactly. Haven't checked 3D, so I'm just assuming he's still with the third party. Or why are you assuming that? Why don't you assume they're not with the third party, darling? Why don't you assume they're not? Wouldn't that be a better assumption? Why are you even assuming that? He got sick of the bitch. She's gone. She's out of here. See you, bitch. Lost my sister is at my abuser's house. I'm not reacting. Oh, God. I had my rant and I'll affirm it stops. Oh. Look, that sister of yours, darling, you've got to really see her differently as someone who supports you and is on your side. She's so on my side. She only does things that make me happy. Really. I wrote myself a check and I'm visualising it every night under my pillow. Oh, wonderful, darling. Are the Facebook videos numbered? I couldn't find them before. Just go into the search bar and put the number 25. Then put the number 40 and they'll come up. Whatever number you're looking for will come up in that search bar. Not the Facebook search bar, in the group search bar. Got it? And if you just go to the media section, all the videos are in order under videos or photos. It's under photos or videos. You've got to scroll down, but they're hard to find the number when you do it that way. My SP hasn't texted me all day, but I affirm he's thinking of me all day and glammed up. I feel good. Do it good, darling. Do that, Jessica. Would an affirmation, I make $1,000 a day, be good? Yes, do that, darling. Absolutely. I'll affirm her to be better as much as that makes me cringe. Well, that's why it's not happening, darling, because it makes you cringe thinking about that because you can't see her any differently. You've really got to see her differently and nothing's going to change. You're still holding the story about her from what we spoke about on the phone. You've got to forgive her for that. You've got to forgive her for her behaviour. Understand that you caused it with feeling like you're going to get abandoned. And forgive her. If you can't forgive her, you're fucked. Got it? Got to forgive her for that. As hard as that will be. Hi, darling. Love you so... What? Hi, darling. Love you. So thoughts of my ex from 4 years ago are popping up. How do I bring him back? Thanks, Lizzie doll. Look, if the thoughts of your ex from 4 years ago are popping up, that's great. So just imagine you and him together. Imagine he's constantly thinking about you too. He can't get you off his mind. Imagine you and he together and start working on your self-concept and any fears that you had that caused the breakup 4 years ago in the first place. Isn't it wonderful that I make $1,000 a day? Yes, that's a good one. I'm going to affirm my boyfriend falls down because he's always mean to me. Why would you do that, darling? Why would you bring harm to someone else? It will just reverberate back. It's the golden rule. You'll probably fall down and break your leg. And then you'll think, oh, fuck, what did I do that for? Why don't you just start saying he's lovely to me and affirm he's wonderful to you? Getting revenge on someone trying to hurt someone, guys, backfires spectacularly in your face every fucking time. $1,000 a day would be nice. Yes? Could you please explain the process of purging? Purging is just what people call old thoughts still playing out in your current 3D because they're the old thoughts and they need to come out before the new thoughts start. Now, it doesn't necessarily happen with everyone, but it can happen. Okay? So it just might be that you're seeing a new version of your SP, but the old version's still showing up because that was a really prevalent thought you had about them for a long time. They don't love me, they don't want me, they're still in love with their ex, whatever the fucking story is, and then you keep hearing about the ex all the time and you're like, dude, I'm seeing you differently. Why are you still talking about the bitch? And it's like, well, I was thinking that for a year and I've only been thinking the new thoughts for a couple of months, so it's going to take a while to change. That's all it is. Your glasses suit you perfectly, by the way. Oh, thank you. They're from the men's department. Thank you so much. Y'all don't waste your energy pushing negativity on others. Use it to make them better instead. Yes, guys, please don't push negativity on others or wish them harm. Even a third party, don't be wishing the bitch harm. Just be like, oh, she happily finds someone else. They weren't meant for each other because he knows I'm his person. The best revenge on someone is your glow up. Yes. Do you believe in telepathy? That's all manifesting is, darling. It's thought transmission from your brain to their brain. That's how you're manifesting everything currently. It's all manifesting is. If anyone's telling you any differently, they are literally retardedly not understanding manifesting. It's all manifesting is. It's your subconscious mind sending thought out. Other people receive it and they reflect it back. That's how you're manifesting everything currently. If anyone's not teaching you that and they talk about manifestation, they are literally stupid. And they don't understand how manifesting even works. Okay, I get it. Good. So could someone bad come back to you even if you believe it won't? Could something bad come back to you even if you believe it won't? You don't have to believe it will come back. It just will come back. It's called thought transmission, guys. Everyone's reflecting your thinking. So if you start sending out shitty thoughts, shitty shit will come back to you. People call it karma. It's the thought is being transmitted and back again. So be careful what you fucking reflect out. It will reflect back. That's why I say to you, be careful of your negative thinking. People are manifesting negative shit all day and they don't realise they're doing it. They're like, oh, only positive thoughts manifest. Really, bitch, look at your life. You manifested all that shit that just happened. I've manifested being robbed, getting in accidents, just purely by thinking I might get robbed. I hope I don't get in an accident, or I hope I get in an accident and then I'll get insurance money. Shit like that I've thought once and the next day almost been killed. Guys, you've got to understand, your dominant thoughts manifest. Whatever you're dominantly habitually thinking in your subconscious mind and imagining will become true. So stop thinking bad shit. That scares people, but it's how it happens. You're a doll. It's funny. He's the one that got away. Or was he? Lol, I'll work on me. He's not good, darling. I manifested if I didn't realise it until this year. I manifested it and didn't realise it until this year. Yep, guys, we don't realise. Years later, I moved to Hawaii. What are you talking about, Nancy? If I can get my mum to admit fault, I'm sure my sister isn't far behind. I'll make a miracle. Yes, do that, darling. But don't assume she won't. Don't assume it's going to have to be a miracle, darling. I realised this morning I manifested something I imagined with SP 3 years ago. Yep. Guys, when the penny drops and you're like, my God, what was I thinking? Oh, yeah, shit. So true. I manifest everything when I think about it. Yep. What happens if different people manifest the same things at the same time? Only you get it, darling, in your reality. You're in your reality. It doesn't matter what they're doing. How many affirmations are too much? Well, I wouldn't be doing hundreds, darling. I mean, 5 really main self-concept ones would be great that are really at the key of your self-concept issues, like I'm not enough if you don't feel good enough, etc. Thanks, Kat, for the roses. But you can rampage as many self-concept affirmations as you like 30 or 40 of them if you really fucking want to, just building yourself up. But for your SP, I would only have 5 or 6 or, as many as you can remember, guys. If you can't remember them, you've got too many. That would be my answer. Loz, what were the affirmation success you and others? What? Loz, what were the manifestation success your and others plus the affirmations? I don't know, darling. Fuck knows. Go to the Facebook group. All the success stories are on the main page and some people tell you what their affirmations were. Guys, if you haven't gone to the Facebook group and you're asking me what the success stories are, you really need to go there because I can't remember all of them. I've been doing this now since February and I started the Facebook group maybe in March or something. Or maybe February, and there's so many success stories in there. Just go read them. What's this? Heard about Dirty John, and DTR said she had dreams for weeks she killed him before he attacked her. What are you talking about? I don't know this story. What is this? I came across your videos and love your personality. Oh, thank you, darling. I spiraled today. Well, fucking stop that, heaven sent. You look like Ellie Goulding. Oh, do I? That's nice. She's half my age. Guys, you have to customize your affirmations. They aren't magic. It's your dominant thoughts. Yes, guys, you really have to customize them to be about you. I can't give you affirmations half the time, guys, unless I know what your self-concept shit is. What about SP affirmations? I miss him so much. I just want one more day with him. Well, darling, that is not a great thing to say. I just want one more day with him. I'm not going to get the relationship. I just want one more day. He's so up on the pedestal. He's so wonderful. I just want one more day. If only I could have one more day. Oh, darling, you need to work on that self-concept. That's how you're feeling. Why would you want one more day when you can have a lifetime with them? How about that? Why don't you affirm for the lifetime? Imagine the lifetime instead of one more fucking day. Take that fucker down off the pedestal, please, and start working on a self-concept. Stat. Me too. You're my favourite. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'll blow one too. Gotta go. Love you guys. Stay strong. Oh, bye, Kat. So you don't act anymore, Loz. Well, I'm doing this all the time. So I haven't been doing any acting, no. Loz, I'm determined to be your next success story. Wonderful, darling. Ow. My fingers are hurting from holding this iPad. All right, Loz is 100% right. Okay, good, Nancy. Dirty John is a show based on true story Narcissists. They'd be a great series for you to cover. Oh, that Dirty John one with Eric Banner. Is that what you're talking about? Is that based on true story? Is it? I didn't know that. Your Facebook group is private. Yes, so no one can see what you're talking about. Why would I have it public, darling? You can just join it. What's the problem? Go and press join and answer the questions that you found me on TikTok. I have to have it private, guys. Otherwise, people's SPs see what they're writing about on fucking Facebook. Most people are friends with their SPs on Facebook and the SP will see the questions. It has to be private, guys. No one can see what you're writing in there. All right, guys, I've really got to go because my hand is hurting. Thank you for making it private. Yeah, it has to be private, guys. All right, guys, please do follow me if you don't follow me already. I go live twice daily. Put the notification bell on. And please do come to the Facebook group. The link's in my bio. It's just called Subconscious Loz, and I'll be live later. All right, guys? Everyone affirm my surgery goes well tomorrow. Oh, your surgery was so brilliantly done. You recovered so quickly. It was everything you wanted and more. You recovered so fast. Your surgery was a huge success, darling. All right, I've got to go. All right, guys. Love you so much. Bye. See ya.